it's me from Compose With Me again. You might experience some interruptions, like if my mic goes off, yeah. Because, I don't live alone. But I decided to share with you a side project, and it's called Storm. Alright, so how did I make it? How did I make this piece? Okay, there was one day I realized I've watched thunderstorms lots of times, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I should write a song about it. I've seen at least 300 of them, maybe 200 completely, but I've seen at least 300. So I thought it would be a good idea to write a song about it because I like to write songs about things. Helps me to better understand the little pieces of it. Because I don't see things with the big picture. I see everything with like little pieces and everything. So the first part is the beginnings, and this is a low strings part, and it's about the clouds coming together. Hold on, I just realized my mic was muted again. Oh my god, I'm sorry. While I was trying to explain. So, this part goes into here, and it's about the clouds, forming rain inside, and they're getting darker. And, thunder, of course, which is why I made such a weird time signature thing. So, all the high voices is lightning, and low voices is thunder, pretty much. That's how I can sum up this whole piece in its best. So this might sound familiar if you've listened to some classical music before, but if you haven't, I'll give you a quick insight on what, I based this part off of. So if you listen, you can hear it. It sounds like Giuseppe Verdi's Dies Irae. A little bit. It doesn't sound completely like it because that's kind of just stealing, even though Stravinsky. But we're not gonna steal because that's not nice. And if you add the strings into it, it just starts to make more sense. And I just thought I already wanted to make a remake of that, so of course I ended up doing it. And trumpet tremolos, because I like the way trumpet tremolos sound. And then this section here is based off of, I think it's it's glorification of the chosen one from Stravinsky's Rite of Spring Part 2. And you can hear it in the string sections. Hold on. Let me just get only string section and the timpani, of course, because the timpani is where most of it's at. timpani part is probably the most recognizable if you've heard that piece. Hold on. Okay, yeah, everything's not muted. So what I did here is I did that, right? I did that. And all the low voices do the staggered breathing technique. And it continues up until this 7/4 section right here. And these trills right here is supposed to be bird song. You know, birds are getting out of the way. This right here is the thunder section. This is supposed to be thunder. Well, no, it's thunder and lightning at the same time, because high voice is lightning, as I mentioned before. This part here, hold on, let me delete this. This was the test. I was planning on changing these 3s into 12s because they technically are, but I don't know when I'm gonna do it. I probably will at some point. But yeah, that's wind. That's what that is. All right, hold on. And now we're gonna hear it. That's basically just a remake, but in 7/4 of the previous melody. It's not the reoccurring one. The reoccurring one you'll hear later, like 3 more times at least. And so here, I wanted to do some repetitiveness because I like repetition. This, I showed this to my friend, 5'8", yeah, I'm so cool, I know, I'm so funny, I'm so quirky, I used 5'8", but I promise you, it looks difficult, but I could play the trumpet part, at least. I don't know about the French horn part because of this, the notes. I don't know how easy that would be. It probably would be pretty hard. Not let alone it's in the time signature of 5/8, but yeah, and here, listen to it. Yes, I think I did mess up the snare part. I'm going to delete it. We're not listening to that. It sounded really bad. Okay. And yeah, each time you would hear like up here, that whole thing was lightning, even the low voices as well, basically. And it continues for some time, and then I tried to make a melody, a second one that was supposed to be in 5/8, but I kept changing time signatures over and over. But so I did that, and then I did this. This is probably something very unique. This is supposed to mimic thunder. So I have 2 kinds of thunder. There's controlled thunder, and there's not controlled thunder. The controlled thunder is supposed to sync with the beat, cause music. And the second thunder, which is not synced, it's a natural thunder, and this kind is random. So I use lots of different kinds of cool stuff here. And then it gets louder. Oh, and then the fun part. That's probably my favorite. No, that's my second favorite movement. Wait, I think we're still in beginnings. I think we are. Yep, we still are in beginning. That's good. That's perfect. Perfect. Yeah, Purple Clouds is the next one. So here's this part. That's the beginning of purple clouds. As a person who's done lots of research on nature, I'm pretty sure purple clouds do mean something is dangerous. Like if you see modest clouds and they're purple, yeah, you know something bad's about to happen. But usually it'd be blue or dark blue or near black or something. I use purple to exaggerate that, because it's a storm. I'm so funny. And yeah, I basically just did the same melody. It's a reoccurring melody, but I did it with swing. Hold on, I forgot to mention something. This song, the whole thing, the lyrics are all in Latin. I use Google Translate, so I don't know how good it is. But it's basically, this part is talking about, it's talking about, okay, I can't remember what this specific section was, but let's pretend it's about storms. This section right here is about, clouds coming together and making rain. And it also talks about how it's dangerous yet natural. This amplifies that part as well. And I made a polyrhythm, a 4/4/6/8 polyrhythm here, which is pretty nice if you listen to the snare. Also, this all this thud right here, the continuous, I got that from the beginning of Glorification of the Chosen One from Rite of Spring Part 2, because I kind of like Rite of Spring, if you can't tell. This is the beginning of the Eye of the Storm. Yeah, this is my favorite movement. There's like 3 different sections. I'm planning on making a harp solo and a piano solo too. But yeah, this is what it sounds like right now. That part right there. Okay, this right here was based off of Shostakovich Symphony Number 11, off of Movement 2. There's a part that sounds like this, and I was like, you know what? I kind of really like it, so I decided to remake it, but instead of making it in 4/4 time and like 300 BPM or something, I was like, how about we make it in 6/8, but with no polyrhythm, like how I usually do a 4/4 plus 6/8 polyrhythm. And this part, the chimes, if you hear how they sound irregular, these notes specifically are really irregular in the beat. I did it on purpose because, nature's irregular. Well, not irregular, but it's not like you could just be like, okay, it's always going to do this over and over. Like, not every storm's going to be the same. Some storms are smaller, some are larger, some are more dangerous, some are longer, whatever. And this part here, this is the ominous part of the Eye of the Storm. Because, you know, I played Fortnite before. I know the Eye of the Storm is the safe place to be. But guess what? Guess what, children? The Eye of the Storm in this particular storm is both scary, but it's also kind of ominous. This is when it just stops raining. There's a pause. Okay, yeah, there's a pause in between these two sections, and that's because I haven't filled a gap, and I'm probably gonna fill a gap and make this section longer. Because, ominous, longness, cool. Yes, ominousness. So this section isn't completely finished, but I was like, you know what? You probably don't know what a harmonium is. I'm not going to go into depth, but I do know quite a bit about harmoniums because I saw it one day and I was like, you know what? I love this instrument. I made another song called The Red Apocalypse, which has a harmonium in it, and the harmonium's a solo instrument in it. And basically, a harmonium is a little pump organ, if you've ever seen one of those. With your left hand, usually, if you're right handed, you push the bellows and then you play notes with your right hand. And there's little knobs that give like tremolo, double stop, those kind of effects, chorus effect, things like that. So harmoniums are pretty cool instruments. And yeah, I decided solo instrument right now, go. I made it regular on purpose. I have nothing with that, but there's this piano piece, most likely impossible because of these two notes, and then these three, you have to play them at the same time, plus your second hand, so can't really do that. I'll probably fix it later, but I don't know. This is what it sounds like. I listened to too much Avicii and too much The Fat Rat, and I was like, you know what? It's time. We're going to make that. And I decided to put all the other instruments into it. And that is based off of another piece that I made. It's called The Adventure to King Alucard's Castle. Complex, weird story. And then I decided this is actually something that I made earlier, not today, earlier maybe last week or the week before. I listened. I think the song is called "Ghost Riders in the Sky." Yeah, that's most likely what it's called. It's an old song I heard on a documentary, and I was like, "Yes, let's make something off of that." So I did. And then this, I'm way too uncomfortable with sharing because it sounds really bad, but I'll show you the piano part, the piano version. So, but after that, I'm going to call it quits on this video, and wishes. Let me save summer as well. Okay. Let me pull up. Let's find it. I think it's segment 22. Oh no, that's autumn. That is autumn. That's not what I'm looking for. That's also a little bit of autumn that I decided not to continue. Oh, that's for summer. Yep, it's definitely in a different folder. Hold on. I'm sorry. Here it is. Okay. This is like a full, it's for an orchestra, so it's not possible. But I did do 12/8 because I really like 12/8. This is the part that's impossible though. So this is the thing I didn't want to share because it sounds pretty bad at the moment. So for that thing right there, basically what I did is I was like, well, you know how everything is like, well, not unrecognizable. It was more of like, not syncopated. I did that on purpose because it's just like that. The world's just like that. And then this is another part that I plan on adding as well.